All right, guys, welcome to the NSL Weekly Podcast. Today we have our ASL commissioner in here, Rabbit Sheriff. Say hello, Rabbit.
What's up? What's up?
All right, we got he hasn't been on here in a while, but he's a long-time owner. He's been on here a few times, just not in a while. Pink of the Giants, who is showing his forehead over there.
What's going on?
Pulling it Lacey style.
Yep. Pulling it. It's all right. And the other guy, our Saints ASL owner, has been on pretty regularly here. He's not showing any of his face, so he's pulling even better.
There you go.
So say what's up if you're there, Saints.
Yo. Sorry, I'm trying to find a plug-in.
Here we go. He's not be with us very much longer.
My vape, actually. My phone's good.
Okay. All right, guys. Looks like we're coming down the stretch of year two here. I guess we'll first do some commentary on the people that are here's teams. My team is definitely a hospital team. We are injured crazily. I have 6 quarterbacks on my roster right now. I don't even know what to do. I got 3 people on IR with Thielen and Sam Bradford and Brian Robinson, just because I'm not making the playoffs anyways, so might as well throw them on IR, just get some roster spots. I got games coming up against Ashton and Waka and H2O and the Cardinals. All have winning records. I think they have like a combined 5 losses. So it's not looking good for me. But it is what it is. Maybe I'll hurt some quarterbacks. I'll be happy doing that. I did have a good game against Pink. Well, the score didn't say it was good, but I believe I held him offensively.
Yeah.
I believe I held you offensively to zero points. But my quarterback, yeah, I think my quarterback carousel gave you quite a few. I even think that rushing touchdown was because of a interception I threw to you. So
it was mostly. I think I spent most of the time in just trying to deal with picks, but yeah, I didn't do much driving on you offensively.
Yeah, my defense, I've really been proud of them this year, except for games against Ashton. I feel like they have really put up the numbers. And if you look at my even my defense, for some reason, yeah, we lose 33-14. Let's see who we had here. This is how long I've been without quarterbacks. Oh, actually, a matter of fact, this game I had – let's see here. I think this is the game I hurt. Yep, this is the game I lost Sam Bradford and Drew Brees. Yeah. So you hurt both of them. Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. They attempted 19 passes before I had to bring in my third stringer. Brees threw 2 interceptions. I'm just not a fan of Brees. My season's gone to hell, and I think I'm in the wild card or maybe right outside the wild card, but I don't see me finishing it off. Rabbits on the trail. Cowboys, how's your season going in NSL there, buddy?
It's going pretty good. I believe I'm 8-4. Definitely going to come down between you and I for that last playoff spot. It's looking like I got the easier schedule. Not a knock on any guys I'm playing, but compared to yours, I think I've got Falcons, Giants. Of course, that's probably going to be an L. And then Titans and Bears to finish out the season. So,
and I have to win one more game just to even have a chance. So I've got to beat one person and then another. Yeah, I don't know. I see you got a Zeke going this year. How's that? Last year had some issues. This year you got him running.
Yeah, well, I mean, it helps for him to stay healthy. I think he was hurt twice last year for at least 3 games apiece. I think one might have been 5 games. So he hasn't missed any time, knock on wood. It's a tight race there for the Russian title. We'll see how it goes down. He's been held in check the past few weeks, but it definitely helps to have him.
You've turned it around from last year in both leagues. I believe you were in the wild card chase for both leagues after finishing with the first overall pick in ASL and NSL. I think you were 6-10 or something like. It was just a bad. What changed? Are you just getting used to this matter? Or?
Yeah, I mean that's how I am every year. I mean I'm not a bad player. I think I'm self-proclaimed pretty middle of the road, but just getting a little bit used to it. Obviously, the bump down to All Pro helped. a little bit. I didn't have the best of records in all Madden for sure. On top of my forcing passes for interceptions with the OP DBs, it definitely didn't help. So, yeah, getting a little bit easier. Having Sturgis, the super rookie quarterback in ASL, so it certainly doesn't hurt things either there. So,
I got to say, I've scouted the NSL quarterbacks. That's my job to do. There is no Sturgis in NSL. Again, you have had the best quarterback I've seen drafted in any league for a very long time. If you need a quarterback in NSL, I feel, and I'm one of them, I feel bad. I could roll with Bradford for another year if I got to, but I feel bad for you.
That draft class in NSL is not looking very good for QBs.
Oh, no, not at all. Terrible. I don't even see one first-round guy, and I know Lou needs one worse than I do. I anticipate Lou maybe going back to Drew Brees because when he hits free agency.
Right.
Because there's nothing. I don't know who else would even want Drew Brees. I know Extreme 08 needs a quarterback too, so I don't know what he's going to do if Carson retires.
Right.
Pink, I got to say, playing you, I thought I would be playing a dude, and I thought I'd be playing some things that maybe in mud because your record indicates you do some very.
I don't have 3 fingers on the controller. I promise you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna commend you, man. We have made rules because of things you did. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that being said,
let me adjust that whole 3-4 thing. I want to go into detail about that real quick. My brother brought me back to Madden. I think 3-4 years ago. Other than that, I didn't play Madden. 5-6 years first, and they had a 3-4 defense. So when I took the Giants, I was not me trying to be easy or anything like that. Our defense being 3-4. It's not like I was leading the league in sacks or anything like that. So that's why I stick with the 3-4 defense. So as soon as it became a so-called issue, I don't talk about a 4-3. Obviously, you see me playing with a 4-3 defense this whole Madden. I feel like my defense has been the same as always been. I don't lead the league in sacks or fumbles or anything like that. I just play the defense.
Well, like I said, I want to say playing you, it was a very good game. I lost, I think, 30-14. It was a blowout. I didn't play my best, but I want to say it was a fun game, man. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, good game. I see your season's going well. You're on pace for to challenge for another Super Bowl. Do me a favor. Don't let Waka. I don't care if you win the Super Bowl. Just don't let Waka win the Super Bowl. I don't need that on my plate. All right, Can you do that for me, Pink?
I will try that. But me and Walker have had battles ever since last Madden, being in a division, playing each other twice. So me and him pretty much know each other's tendencies. So that's the only downside of playing Walker since we played each other, I guess, probably about 8 or 10 times last year. So that's the downside of playing him since we were in the same division. So he knows my tendencies. I know his tendencies. So it should be a good game if I have the chance of playing him.
I don't want Rabbit making a Lions banner for the NSL. I just don't want it happening. We're still hearing about Waka's ASL Super Bowl, so we just do me that solid. How's your season going otherwise? Do you feel like you can contend for a Super Bowl?
It's been definitely the tales of two seasons. Last year I had close to 3 dudes, I think, to 1,000-yard seasons. Down this year, I can't pass here. I can run the ball last year. Now my passing game is definitely the worst this season, but my the 5th leading rusher in the league right now. So if I can't pass come playoff time, I'm gonna be in trouble because I know guys like you and Walker, Rabbit come playoff time and a key on the running game. So if my passing game doesn't catch up, I'm gonna be in trouble. But as long as my defense stays where it's at, I'll be all right.
You can definitely pass to Odell. We've seen that.
That's the only person I can pass to. But the knock on that is I've normally been up big late in games, so I don't to be Sim, I have to be on Sim. I don't think me throwing the other dudes up 20 points, 30 points is going to be considered Sim. So at that point in time, once I've already got a 20-point lead, I just run the ball.
Yeah, there is, and admittedly, the system we run isn't perfect. I won't. But when we suspend people, sometimes it's not exactly in the spirit of what we were trying to do. But we have numbers, and we got to meet those numbers. And when I have to suspend certain people, so we don't have a perfect system, but we have a realistic system. And I realize, and it's hard to translate into a video game sometimes. So, well, I wanted to say that the people that did get suspensions in both ASL and NSL, we're not calling you unsim. When I sent you these numbers, it's not because like, hey, I felt like you're cheating or you're cheesing. Everybody knows I had just as much trouble getting digs down. I fought for it. I think I was getting blown out one game. Had to throw a couple drags to him just to get him down. I'm like, well, getting beat by 40. Might as well throw some, short routes to digs. It's tough to do. It's a game. I'm not out there throwing streaks to digs because he can't run streaks very well. But the fact is he was over 21. So it's not that saying that you guys are unsim. It's just this helps curve some other tendencies. So if we keep these rules in place, it helps everything. So I just wanted to mention that this isn't when we do suspend people, it's not saying you're unsim. Do you agree with that, Rap, before we move on?
Yeah, 100%. I had the same thing. I know at one point in ASL I had all three of my receivers, John Brown, the rookie, and then also Goodwin over 21. It's just tough some games, especially early on, and that's why we waited. Last year we checked in at week 5 or 6 in some seasons. And this year we waited a few more games because, it takes a little while to get that average down. If you just have a game that, dude's breaking slants and going 80 yards in the house, it's tough to get those averages down. So, we felt that over 10 to 12 games, then, things should start to average out a little bit. So,
I agree with that.
Definitely not saying folks are non-sim, but, it's not perfect. I know a lot of people have, they say, well, what about the yak?
It's not a perfect system. I'll be the first to admit that, but it's our system, and so it's what we do. Before we get to that, Pink and Rabbit, y'all in the same division. Y'all had some good games so far. Rabbit, have you taken any from Pink yet this year?
Nope, not this year. 0-3, and about to be up against him next week. I think last year maybe I got one because we weren't in the same division. But I think that was early on, and I know I met him maybe the year he won the Super Bowl. He blasted me in the wild cards of the playoffs. So
I would have said last time. I think I played you every year in the playoffs. I always seem to come to New Orleans every year during the playoffs. Cause I think Walker would win the division, and I would be the 5th seed.
Yeah, but it's always good, and it's me, and hashtag can't ever close. I think the first game of the year actually had him on the ropes and then melted down in the fourth quarter. So
the first one was close.
I have the same issue, man. I can't stop giving the other team points. Like I'll hold them to 7 offensively, and then give them 30 defensively. So I don't know. Like it sucks. All right, let's go ahead and go over to ASL real quick. Saints, how's your season going, man? I know you're in ASL and they're kind of
better than I thought I was going to. I came in. The Saints have had a laughing stock of a defense for a while. I mean, some of the rookies that came in with this Madden were good, like the corner. Anzalone's been my leading tackler, and guys like that. Marcus Williams, a free safety. But those guys helped, and then what I did in the draft and last offseason definitely helped as well because I'm sitting at I think 8-4 now. Some big wins. I beat Rabbit. I beat JR this week now. He got me week 1, so it was nice to get that W. And now I'm just hoping that I can close it in the playoffs, man, because the playoffs haven't been really where I've been shining in any league so far.
Hey, it's a good time to shine. Bucks, man, I'm glad to see you again. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're here every weekend. I like it, man. This is how you're going to get called up right here. You see this guy on here every week. I'm not going to have a choice but for him to be the next call up. He's sim. He's active. What are my options here? He's joining the podcast every week. We need to get him in talking about NSL stuff rather than ASL stuff. But you're still in ASL. How your Bucks team doing?
We're struggling. I'm fighting to try to push for a wild card spot, but at this point, the best thing I'm getting is a couple players I wanted to get experience are going to get the experience. So it works.
I think you're in probably the toughest ASL division there is. I don't know. Mine's pretty rough too with the think we got like 4 8-win teams, but your division's definitely not easy with the Saints over there and the Falcons owner, who's also a good owner. So
They are.
just keep pushing, though. I just want to say, regardless of your record, man, I like what you're doing. I've played you. Your sim's good. Everything about you screams NSL. I anticipate a call-up sooner rather than later for you. So keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Vert from ASL. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
A little late on the podcast, but that's fine. All right, we're going to go to NSL, back to NSL. Like I said, this is mainly an NSL podcast. We're going to try and get an ASL podcast going here soon, specifically for them. But NSL right now, Rabbit, beside yourself, and I'm going to answer this too, beside yourself, who do you see winning the Super Bowl in NSL this year? Who do you think's really clicking? Who do you think has a good shot taking it all the way?
I don't know, man. I think it's a three-headed monster in the NFC with Green Bay, Detroit, and Pink's Giants all at 11-1. I think one of those three is going to come out and make it to the Super Bowl. I'd like to see Ashton there. He hasn't. I don't think that he's made it to a Super Bowl. I can't recall off the top of my head.
Don't think he has, not to my knowledge.
Yeah, maybe the year that it didn't count with the fantasy drafts. I can't remember. But him, and then I would love to see Extreme come out of the Browns. He's having a good year. He's 10-2.
Oh, wow, he's 11-2. Wow.
I like to see him go to the Super Bowl, but I got a feeling something about the Chiefs, if they can keep their stats in check. Just giving a hard time there, wasted.
He lost 3 players this year, these next 2 weeks.
So I think either he or JR are going to come out of the AFC. So then out of that, I'm – go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, call Ashton winning the Super Bowl. So
I'm okay with that. I'm going to go with the same myself. I would love to see Ashton. No, I hate it that he's the Packers, but he's a good opponent. I love playing him. Ashton is the definition of a sim football player. You never go away from this game feeling like it was just you played a Madden game. You feel like you played a cerebral game. You're playing smartness. You're playing a dude that you're playing them. You're not playing Madden. It's always a fun game with the Packers. As much as I hate the Packers, I love playing Ashton. He wins. I'm going to go with him, as a matter of fact. He wins the Super Bowl. Down for him. AFC, oh, man, there's plenty of teams I want to see take this. I just want to see a new winner. You know me, I like parity. I'll take Wasted. I'll take 08. I'll take JR. I like all 3 of them guys. But if I had to pick, I'm going to go Wasted. He has a good opponent. He's really rocking it with Mahomes. If he can keep his shit together stat-wise and fix that, I think he's got a good chance. So I'll go Ashton, Wasted, and I'll take Ashton too. I'm sorry, I'm doing the same thing, man. I'm just going to copycat you. Pink, who you got besides yourself? Who do you have winning the NFC, AFC, and Super Bowl?
If I ever put my money on, I think Walker will be in the Super Bowl again. I know people probably tired of seeing him win, but I think he's got one of the best defense. I just think
he's got one of the best users. I'm not going to say he has the best defense. He has one of the best users. He has the best user.
You can't score on him. That's hard. You can't score, man. If you do get in the red zone, he always gets the teams to get a red zone turnover. That's tough. I would pick him for the NFC. The AFC, I think perhaps I was a coach. I had Josh in my division with the Jaguars, so I've always had good games with Josh. So if I'm rooting for somebody, it'd be him because he's always had a good game. I would enjoy playing him.
I got bad news about Josh. He's going on vacation for a week and a half and 3 days. He will not be winning the Super Bowl.
Josh is going to be losing all his games from now. That's going to suck for him. So I guess he on JR or the Browns.
Yeah, he'll miss the last 2 games and the entire playoffs.
And then, damn.
Good for me. I have his first round pick. So who'd you pick in the AFC? You there? I think we lost Pink, guys. I think he was so depressed that Josh will not be making the AFC Super Bowl, he left. All right, let's go over to AFC real quick. Burke, who you got winning the Super Bowl? beside yourself?
In ASL?
Has Vert gone too?
No,
Oh, there he is. Yeah, ASL. I'm sorry, ASL. Just some teams in A.
The Titans, man, that guy is tearing it up. Again, that team, is.
That's a new owner, by the way.
I know.
But a very good owner.
I'm happy. I didn't have to play him. I'm happy we didn't have a Super Bowl rematch. But yeah, he looks good. The Bears out of the NFC. We just played last week, and I spotted him a big one, missed a couple big field goals, but he was solid. The Saints popped up on my screen. He's like, "Hey, I'm here." Pow. So it's tight. The NFC's, the NFC could go to anybody. And the AFC, it seems to be the Titans, the Texans. I haven't really been
good old Walker again.
I gotta win my games. I can't care about anybody else.
I got faith in myself in the AFC because my team will be getting healthy right at playoff time. So if I can just get in there, I think I can do something. Saints, who you got in the Super Bowl?
Y'all keep talking about this Waka guy. I haven't got a taste of him yet, but if he is what you say he is, I mean, he's got to be one of the top picks. As far as people that I've played,
he's the best user in Madden by far, I would say.
Using linebacker shit pisses me off, too.
If you're not good at defeating people that use your linebackers, he's going to be a problem for you, just honestly.
That's going to have to be how it is then. But I don't really know about AFC, man. I don't know a whole lot of users from there. We haven't, had a lot of games. In the NFC,
Walker's in NFC. Wait.
Yeah, Walker is in the AFC.
Yeah, he's the Texans, right?
Yeah, Texans.
Yeah.
Well, how about the NFC?
For the NFC, I mean, Rabbit's obviously got to be up there with that quarterback. I feel like it's going to be him and I in the wild card race. And other than that, well, you know what? You're the Browns over there, too. I think I like the Browns just because that team is crazy. If you can figure out the quarterback, you're fine. But
Kaiser's fine if he can get healthy.
Yeah.
Well, Tannehill's fine. I have no problem winning with Tannehill either, but, Danny Shelton was kind of the big news for me.
I've known Pete for a while. He's Falcons over here. He kind of came and stole the division from me. I think that's probably my favorite for the NFC. I played him. I know him from before. He's a good user. So,
Burke, nobody giving you love, man. DeMario, who you got? NFC. I know you guys haven't played each other a lot, so just NFC, people you've played, who do you got winning the NFC?
I think the Packers is a good team. The Packers,
there we go.
And of course, whoever ends up winning the division between the Saints and the Falcons.
All right, fair enough. All right, Rabbit, you played these people a bit more than most. Who do you got winning the AFC and NFC over there?
I'm going Homer picks again. My boy BM Nemesis getting no love, 11-1. I think he's lost 3 regular season games in the 2 seasons we played. I'm going to pull for him out of the NFC as the Cowboys. And I'm going to go dark horse Ravens in the AFC.
I don't think that's a dark horse. They're 10-2.
Right.
Hard to call a 10-2 team a dark horse.
Right. But it'll definitely. I mean, you're probably going to see an AFC Championship game, truthfully, of maybe Titans and Texans if it ends up that way. Who knows? That would be. I'd love to watch that game. So, either Waka or TGI Tuesdays is going to be tough out. But I'm going to pull for somebody that nobody's talking about and say Ravens, and then of course I'm going to pull for the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
All right. I think Falcons is good. Don't know if he's win a Super Bowl good out of the NFC. I haven't played anybody in the NFC, honestly, that I felt was just absolutely a stunner. So AFC, I'll go with I'm gonna go with an upset guy here. A lot of people, I think the dude has the play calling down. I like what he can do. I think he can give the right people fits. So I think he's I play him well, but I think he plays other people that I don't play well better. I'm going to go with Jets in 11-11-11 game. He won on the last-second throw in ASL. 1 second to go, I sacked him with 11 seconds to go on the goal line. He had to throw it, and last second threw it for the win. I'm okay with it. That was a fun game. So I'm going to go with 11-11-11 in ASL. Dark horse. I think he's really good against people's users, and that's a huge thing in playoffs. Hey, Jug, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Panthers. What's up, man? Hey, let's go ahead and talk about how's your season going, man?
We're injury riddled. I haven't been prepared this year. I've lost a kicker for 4 weeks, a punter for 3. My running backs, he's going to be out a total of 10 weeks by the time he comes back, and he's my focus of my offense. Cam has missed
McCaffrey.
Yeah, Cam has missed 0 games in injury time, like when they give you injury, but he's been out for a game about 4 to 5 times this season. I just haven't been prepared with backups. Receivers, I have a receiver out 33 weeks. I'm pretty bad.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for you. I know when we played, it was I don't think I've ever played that well, and it was we usually have very, very, very close games, and it was not good for you that game. So I can tell you're having a down year. What are you looking for? You think you'll be able to pick something up in the draft that'll help you turn it around this year?
I'll probably honestly it might be a little crazy, but I may end up just getting another running back, like to add to McCaffrey.
Thinking about maybe moving McCaffrey.
I don't think I need much other than that. My team's right. Just gotta stay healthy.
Yeah, that's a big thing though. Especially this Madden. And especially the way this league specifically addresses injuries, we leave them up.
Can I pick my
and I've been hit with them hard in both leagues. But I think a lot of people have traded away depth, and I think it's going to come back to hurt them. But I'm loving it. I'm loving the injuries myself still, being one of the hardest hit and having no quarterback. I had Drew Brees and Sam Bradford. You think I'd be set for the year, right? And I've got no quarterbacks in NSL. I'm really loving what's happening myself, and you really gotta. It really makes you have depth. So I'm loving it.
Yeah, if you don't have depth, if you don't have depth this year, then you're a lost cause.
Yeah, because you're one injury away, one super guy away, one cornerback, one quarterback, one running back. You're one guy away from having an incomplete team, and that's not good.
This season I had my starting left tackle, left guard, and right tackle all injured for 3 games at the same time.
Is that what happened when we played? Because I definitely
I had 3 guys out during that time too.
That was rough. Fair enough. Jug, your NSL, your Super Bowl predictions. Who's going to the Super Bowl this year? AFC and NFC. Who's your picks and who's winning it?
Man, that's a tough one. AFC, I really don't know. I think it's it was the Bengals. I think that I played. That was really tough.
JT, yeah, he's a really good opponent. He just threw 6 interceptions to go to 8-5. Though
I think it was the Bengals. If I'm wrong about it being the Bengals, I'm sorry. But there was a guy I played this season for the first time, and he got on us, and I haven't been sure ever since that game. But that dude, his Bengals, I believe, coming out the AFC, and I don't know, but I think I got pink coming out the NFC.
No, I don't think
Bengals beat you 49-14.
Yep, that's trending now.
Trending now, yeah. He was a call-up this year.
Yeah, he's a savage.
He was not a savage this week. He threw 6 interceptions.
I think he gets past that. That dude's good.
He threw 6 interceptions versus Mr. Extreme. Got beat 27-11.
He'll turn that around.
0 touchdowns.
I got those guys. I got those teams meeting in the bowl.
And who's winning it?
I'll give it to I'll give it to the Bengals.
Trending now with his first NSL Super Bowl in his first year. That's impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
Be nice to do. Just to show, we do call up people that have Super Bowl potential too. I don't always call up people that are just the sorriest. So.
For sure.
I call up everybody, man. Trending was a very similar opponent when I played him in ASL. He was the Titans
Super Bowl winner,
wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl. Now, I don't call up him just because he was a Super Bowl. No, I played him. I felt he was Sim. He'd been in there for a while. He actually had a chance before, came in and went. I think he had like 200 yards on 3 catches with a wide receiver, and it's like, hey, man, going back down to ASL for a while to learn not to do that. And it was a good game. So that's good. Next, I want to go over. I know I've been thinking about adding a player from the regular roster or like the non-franchise rosters. I've had some pushback on it, and I'm not a guy that enforces things that other people. That's why I ask people. The main issue here is that it's not going to help everybody. There's people like Pink that are going to be not helped. Even though I think even the people that would get help to be minimal, the fact is it's not everybody has an opportunity to be better. So I'm not going to institute that this year. Might be something we visit going forward, so that if you can look forward to maybe picking up a person that could be help, maybe next Madden or something. But for this Madden, we're just going to rock with our rosters. We're on year 2. We got 3 years to go in NSL, maybe 4 in ASL, depending on what Rabbit wants to do. So we're not going to do that. Besides that, I think we've talked about some changes coming up for the next season. I know I discussed it on a podcast before. Just want to remind people, we're going from the 3 trades season, 3 trades per team, to 3 players per team trades. So trades are going to be a little bit more nerfed next year. You can still do 3 trades. You can do up to 6 now, actually, as long as there are only 3 of your players going and you're receiving 3 picks back. So I felt like the trades are a little crazy. I think this will be more in line with what we see in the NFL. Trying to, again, and our league motto is always to see and do what we do in the NFL. We see in the NFL. I've been talking to some other admins and commissioners from other leagues, and they don't. We're a very strict league, believe it or not. I mean, was never my intentions, but it kind of has become that way. Trouble. Other admins have had trouble keeping leagues full with such strict leagues, and we haven't. I was talking to another dude who's like very strict, and he tried to open a developmental league and going, the people were quitting left and right, and he asked what we do differently. And honestly, I had to say, first off, is Rabbit can tell you from this, I focus on NSL so much, I was much quicker ready to give up on ASL than he was. I think we had a talk, and he's like, hey man, give me a couple more weeks, we'll get it together. Do you remember this talk? I do.
Yeah, last year for sure.
So I just want to, for anybody listening, and if you want to create your own league, Rabbit, what would you be your advice to when shit's just not going your way? It's a developmental league. We got a lot of people we got to teach. There's a lot of rules we got to implement very quickly to get them on our page. What is your advice? You're in charge of ASL. You honestly, I think you have the harder job out of it, because I'm in charge of people that already know what to do. They already know what's up. They're not leaving because of the rules. You have to implement. You have to give these people rules. You have to get them on schedule. You got the harder job, man. How do you do it? What are you doing that's making it? How are you successfully running ASL, I should say?
Well, I mean, truthfully, this year has been awesome. There's been little turnover, especially the past 6 to 8, 10 weeks. There's been little turnover. That's the toughest time, is when you've got people either just ghosting, they'll come in and play a game or 2 and then be gone, or they're just not a fit for the league, and we got to kick them out. And then it's, trying to get people from, Reddit or wherever, just recruiting wherever you can. And that's the toughest thing. And you just got to persevere. You're going to go through a bad batch before you get a good, strong core. And I think that's where we've got to in ASL. Still have some fringe players, still have some folks that, maybe don't play their games as much as, we'd like, but just keeping on those guys. And it's just persevering, and you can't do it yourself. I don't think I could run 2 leagues by myself. I don't know if you think that you could.
Nah, shit. I can't run 1 league by myself. That's why I got you and Extreme and everybody that I do. Extreme, you and Extreme help NSL exponentially. I will say, just as much as I am NSL, you and Extreme are NSL. I couldn't do it without you two. I'm bouncing ideas off you guys. I throw some crazy shit out there sometimes. You can just like the player. I'm like, hey man, what do you think about this crazy ass idea? They're like, hey, that seems kind of crazy. I'm like, you're right, that's dumb. What am I doing? So yeah. I can't run a league by myself. And Jug even a little bit. He helped get NSL started, and he helped get people online originally. I don't know how many of y'all probably Pink and Rabbit, but Jug actually helped start NSL. He was an admin for a while before his schedule got a little bit more hectic. And he is the enforcer. This dude he can talk to people better than anybody else. He's the guy that can he definitely helped NSL get started. Jug, how you feel like NSL's evolved from when it originally was? Do you think this is what we originally anticipated when we broke off a Clutch? Is this what you wanted to be, the kind of league you wanted it to be? Jug is gone. He was just there. I just saw the man.
Right.
Pink, were you in Clutch?
My thing's messing up. Can you guys still see me and hear me?
There you go. Jug, go ahead.
You still see me and hear me?
We can hear you. Good enough. We can hear you. Go ahead, man. He cannot hear us.
Right. You there, Jug? They can hear you.
Yeah. All right, Pink. You were, I think, did you come over from Clutch, or did we recruit you directly to NSL?
Yeah, my brother was in Clutch. I wasn't in Clutch with you guys.
Okay. So this is the first Madden League I think you said you've been in a long time, correct?
Yeah. I started on PC. That's how I tell you how long I played Madden, how long ago. But once Madden went to shit, I stopped playing Madden. I think I came back. Was this 18? So I came back with 16. So I probably didn't play Madden for like 7-8 years, and that came from the PC side.
Yeah, the PC had. I like them. They were good. They weren't too bad. So as you've seen NSL grow, do you think this is growing into a league that could continue, maintain, and?
Because I was in 2K basketball leagues with, I don't know, you obviously know Mikey, and I was in the league with Coach. And I was in those leagues with guys. I've been in leagues with guys for almost 16, 17 years. So yeah. I quit 2K just because I enjoyed the Madden League that much. So that tells you how much I'm looking forward to playing with you guys for a while.
I appreciate that. Hey, we got 08 coming back. Can you hear us now, 08?
It was fucked up.
Jug, can you hear us?
Me, I think.
Jug, we can hear you. You can't hear us. I don't know why I'm talking to him. He can't hear us. Extreme 08 and Jug are having problems hearing us. Been a little rough podcast this week. We got a lot of people on here. I guess I'm going to go through, ask people what they got to say before we leave, and we'll go ahead and finish this up. It's a little rough of a podcast, but we got it done, and we had a lot of people on, so I appreciate you guys joining. We need as many people to join as possible. ASL podcast is our next goal, because I feel like it'd be much better to split it up. And I really want to host of one of these podcasts, specifically NSL. If any of you guys want to just step up to the plate and host it besides me, maybe get it a little bit more. I ain't gonna lie to you. I come in and I'm just talking out of my ass half the time, just trying to get some things going. I don't have time to make schedules running and doing everything that I'm doing. But so if anybody wants to possibly host the NSL podcast and get it a little bit more together, I'll walk you through the steps. And if anybody, I know Saints, you were talking about maybe possibly hosting an ASL one permanently.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to do something like that. It sounds like something that could be good. I mean, there's only a couple of ASL guys in here, though, so it's like a matter of who's going to – I mean, there are people who can show to it. So
the Bucks guy shows up every week, man.
Here every time, so.
I'll join. So there you go. That's 3 people. Honestly, if you got 3 people, you got a podcast. Rabbit, you usually join.
Yeah, Vert's usually on too. So I'm sure we'll get enough people. And
I'd be more than happy to do it. I mean, we can do it on offsetting days, the same day, get them posted the same day. It's up to y'all. Just
we'll figure it out. I'm going to talk to you about that. But definitely, if anybody's interested in and any ideas you have, I wanted to say this too. Any ideas you have in general for the league, we're not going to implement them all. Some of them I don't agree with, but every idea you give will be taken in consideration. I'll probably throw it around and be like, hey, some people said this. How do you feel about it? I'm not really a fan of it. Every idea you have to improving the league, I want. I'm not gonna laugh at you and be like, hey, bro, fuck you. This is my league. This is our league. I can't do this by myself. So I need advice on how to improve the league because I don't want this to stagnate. We don't have the money of maybe a Bomber League. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but they're that league that throws cash at everything. But I think we have a better player base, and I think our players are probably we have the best 32-man core in NSL in a league I've ever been in ever. And I've been in leagues for 12, 15 years. I think this is the funnest group of 32 men. I don't think we have any fringe players, and that's crazy for a league to be like, I don't know. Usually you have 1 or 2 players. Like, I don't know if we should bring them back next year. I don't think we have that in NSL. Do you disagree, Rabbit, or am I crazy? Or this is the best 32 people we've had in a long time?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's true, and I think that we can credit ASL for that because, we got guys coming through there and developing. That's the whole point of it. There's been a couple of guys that came up and that didn't make it, but for the most part, we've got a 75, 85% success rate, if not higher, of guys that come up from ASL that have stayed in the NSL.
Our ASL production is I'm so happy with the people we get from ASL. Like I said, it hasn't worked out every time, but the majority of the time it has. And they come in, they already know the rules, they already know what's happening, they fit right in. They're not causing problems. We don't have anybody in NSL that's just a complete asshole. ASL is definitely the reason we have such a good NSL. We don't have to worry about bringing in a random dude from the street. Like, I hope he learns the rules quick enough. I'm loving the system we got. So we even have a waiting list for ASL. That's crazy. Some leagues can't keep their 1 league full. We've got 2 leagues full and a waiting list. So that's how good we're doing right now. We might start a 3rd league called CSL or some bullshit, just for another. You got to get called up to ASL and then get called up to NSL. It'd be insane. That's a joke.
But speaking of 3rd leagues, it is about time to get our Extreme Simball League up. That's our complete simulation league that Mr. Extreme 08 is going to run for us. We've had it on hold for a little bit. We want to get things straight in NSL, ASL. I think we're to that point.
I'll tell you what. Okay. Yeah, anybody interested? Any of y'all interested? Shoot me a message. Shoot Extreme 08 a message. One of us, Rabbit even. It doesn't matter. Any 3 of us, shoot us a message. Full sim league. You're not playing games. It's going to be easy. You're going to be playing once every 2 or 3 days. You're not going to be playing at all. I mean, you'll have to get on every once or 2 or 3 days max. So shoot us a message. We'll get that started. I think we'll probably try and get that started next week at the latest. That works for you, Rabbit? Me and you can help Extreme get it going?
Definitely. I think we can get it filled. I know when we first talked about it, a lot of people were like, I don't know about that. I'm not playing any games. But to me, and I think for a lot of guys, the favorite part is the off season. It's the managing the team, and that's all you're doing in this league. And it'll be fast paced and sim the games every day, every couple of days. And that's, like I said, all you got to do is log in, do your training, and set up stuff. And so,
10 seconds a day.
Yeah, shoot us a message, and, I think that it'll be fun and a little something to, spend some time on as well, too. So,
yeah. So, if any of y'all are interested, let me know. I've said what I need to say, Rabbit. I think you good with anything you want to say before we leave?
Beat the Seahawks if you're in the ASL. Somebody beat the Seahawks.
I got them this season.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, Burke, anything you want to say about the league or anything before we go?
No. Well, what you just expressed about NSL, I feel the core that we got in ASL, waiting patiently, is we have, there's probably about at least 8 to 10 guys that I feel that are real
NSL material.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't.
Yep.
Oh,
You know,
100%. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have a very, very tough time choosing my next call-up. I don't even know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be very tough.
Right. And it's great because we don't have to deal with the random guys really coming in either. And
no, we're gonna know exactly what we get when we do a call-up.
Right, and especially this time of the season, like bringing in random, and it's like, well, it's playoff time. You don't want to run into the guy that doesn't play by the rules, and you lose a game, and it costs you playoffs or something. So it's my favorite league by far.
Okay, fair enough. Think anything you want to say before we go?
I just want to give you and Rabbit much props and stream. You guys run a very good league. And like I said, I came from a 2K league that I was in for a decade plus, and it made me quit that league because I love playing Madden and I love football. So I just want to give you guys much props that you guys run a very structured league, and I appreciate it. You guys do a good job. I appreciate it very much.
Hey, we appreciate you too, Pink. You play a sim game. You're active. You do everything you need to do, man. You're the definition of an NSL member, and you're a Super Bowl champion, so you represent us well. Jug, are you there? Or are you still gone? Jug is still gone. All right, Saints, anything you want to say before we go?
I've been dying to ask this question. Is that a black X-Wing behind you, Rabbit?
Yeah, it is. It's the Lego X-Wing from the Force Awakens.
7, yeah, okay. I've only been able to see barely the tip of it when you move your head, and
Just
I thought that's what it was. But no, as far as the league goes, yeah, I'm definitely open to hosting that ASL podcast. Beat the Falcons, please, if you play them.
And
I got them on I got them too.
Please,
I to make playoffs.
Do it for me. But yeah, go Saints. That's it. I mean,
all right. I'm gonna get up with you sometime this week. We're gonna try and figure out this podcast thing. We'll get it ready. Because I definitely think next week you could probably start hosting a separate ASL podcast. I think there's actually a lot of interest in ASL. People want to get called up, so they'll join the podcast just to do it. So I'm going to hit you up. You've been on every week. I'll hit you up. We'll try and get that going next week so we can probably separate these. It's kind of confusing. There's not everybody in both leagues. Kind of sucks. All right. Bucks, anything you want to say before we go? Who are you drafting in the top 10 there? You go ahead and let us know a name. You got him?
I'm still trying to figure out what position I want to go after, but
okay.
I have to say, like, I enjoy being in the league. I think it's the best run league I've ever participated in, and I look forward to being around.
All right, buddy. You'll be around for a while if you keep doing what you're doing. Guaranteed. All right, guys. That's it for the NSL podcast. I'm trying to get more a little structured. Next week will be playoff time. We're probably going to run through some playoff scenarios. I'd say we go over rule changes, but honestly, I don't think we have very many coming up this year. It's been a good season. I appreciate everything y'all have done. NSL in particular has advanced early, I think 3 weeks in a row by at least an hour. One was a whole day. Good job, guys. NSL is really knocking it out the park. Very few sims this year. I think all of them, except for maybe 2 in 2 seasons, have just been because people going on vacation. I can't fault y'all for that. You do what you got to do. You live your life. But good job. You're active. You're playing sim games. I don't have to come at you guys. Doing good jobs. So, all right, guys. That's it for the NSL podcast, and we'll see you next week. Peace.